Stacking in my bag. Yeah, stacking in my bag. I like crypto grind. Currency's flowing, I've been coins on my mind. My coin base up, watch the numbers climb. In this damn fine, feeling so prime. Hustling these protocols, phones in the van. Emptying up my radar, I can't understand. Jumping on the wave, watch me move the plan. Holding diamond hands in this crypto land. Got my eyes on the prize, making moves like a king. Every transaction hit a cash raises ring. Ride a blockchain, we won't never be slow. In the world of finance, that's the profit.
If you're holding real world assets, utility assets, you are a bank.
Yeah, of course, we go over the news and stuff, but we just do what feels natural when we be doing our thing.
You gotta get this money on.
What it do? Was good.
All right.
What up? What up? We back, y'all. What's good? What's good? Yeah, we got some stuff to go over. We got some more updates and stuff to go over, y'all. We're gonna talk about the OCC boss. So the OCC boss says there's no justification to judge banks and crypto differently. So just to kind of piggyback off of the OCC news from earlier, make sure y'all watch this morning's live recording. It's already on the channel. But we talked about the OCC and them confirming bank authority to engage in riskless principal crypto asset transactions. So basically, the banks can, they're going to have crypto on their balance sheets. They're going to be utilizing crypto technology now. And, they pretty much have permission now. So yeah, we're going to talk about that. I'm going to share a tweet from Bank XRP talking about the OCC. Why does this matter and relate to Ripple? So we're going to talk about that. I'm going to share that tweet. And then, we're going to talk about the market structure bill. So apparently, we got a Democratic senator named, who is this, Gillibrand? Anyway, they said nothing is holding up this bill. So y'all know they had a meeting today. And they said nothing is holding up this bill as the Senate barrels forward to advance major crypto bill. So we got some market structure updates. I know we got Loomis as well. Loomis is saying, where is it at? Yeah, we got Senator Loomis right here saying that she anticipates the crypto market structure markup to be next week. So we'll see if she's bluffing or, if she's right. We'll see. But we're going to talk about that as well, y'all. We're going to talk about how, Real Finance secures $29 million to build institutional rails for tokenized assets. So we're going to talk about that as well. We have an article on that. We're going to talk about Zcash as well. So Zcash is discreetly sitting in U.S. government wallets, creating a bizarre conflict for the regulators, attacking privacy. So we're gonna talk about that. I got a clip from CZ at the the Bitcoin. What is this, Bitcoin Mania? Some event he was at, but he's talking about how we might be seeing a super cycle. So we're gonna tap in with CZ. I got a clip from Tim Scott. I'm gonna also play where he's talking about he's just basically crediting Trump at the beginning. I'm not playing that part. For economic growth, crypto regulation, and affordability. So we're gonna talk about that. So yeah, we got some juicy stuff to talk about. Like I said, these are the lives to get people in. We gotta talk about Stripe. We gotta talk about Solana as well. So these are the lives to definitely be sharing out because like I keep telling y'all, either you're getting in crypto in December 2025 or you're gonna be crying a river in December 2026.
Damn.
For missing it, because when you find out all you had to do was download the app. When you find out all you had to do was download the app, and then some of you already had Robinhood. Robinhood even got on board. So some of y'all was like, damn, this was right on my phone. Yeah, it was right on your phone. You fucked up. So yeah, so we're gonna get into it. So we got a couple things to get into. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start off with talking about market structure real quick, because that's what we've been waiting for all year. We've been waiting for the stablecoin bill to pass. We got that one done. Now the market structure bill, that's the main one. That's the one the banks and the institutions need. This is your market structure. So we're gonna get into it. So we'll start off with Senator Loomis. And her anticipation. So let me share that article. For those that want to see the screen over here on TikTok, go to YouTube. That way you can see the articles. You can see our sources and all that stuff. So yeah, let's get right into it, because Loomis is anticipating the crypto market structure markup to be next week.
So your girl, Cynthia Loomis. So what happened was Cynthia, she's over there in Wyoming. She's a leading crypto policy voice. You know what I'm saying? She know what's up. On the Senate Banking Committee, she says she aims to hold a markup next week for the Senate's crypto market structure bill. A markup is when senators debate and amend a bill before it can move to a full Senate vote. Right? Why this matters? Because she was like, "Yeah, Katz is working tirelessly and all this stuff like that." So this matters because the bill would clarify who regulates what across cryptocurrency, with drafts indicating more explicit authority for the CFTC over digital assets, shifting some responsibilities away from the SEC's current dominance. And then, we talked about this, I think, a week or two ago with the SEC, like kind of like, all right, we good. We're going to leave y'all alone or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can take it from here. I think that was like a week or two ago. And then clear market structure rules are seen as critical for exchanges, token issuers, and institutions that operate with predictable compliance. And the timing is such that Lumen wants to circulate a fresh draft by the end of this week. So
today Tuesday.
This week gonna go by fast as shit.
It's gonna go by fast as shit.
You might as well say it's Wednesday. At this point. In certain parts of the world, it's already Wednesday. But yes. Neither here nor there. So she wants to circulate a fresh draft by the end of this week and get industry and bipartisan feedback, then mark it up before the holiday recess. Oh, okay. So basically, she hinted that shit ain't going through. That shit ain't going through before the holiday. That's what she basically said. Prior momentum slowed due to historic government shutdown and debates over DeFi provisions, and then partisan pushback could still delay a vote even after a markup. So they kind of like giving an indication that, yeah, niggas, 2026. Don't even. But we'll see. They may pull something out of the rabbit, pull a rabbit out of the hat or whatever. But the industry reaction is Coinbase CLO Paul Grewal urged leaders to finalize remaining details quickly, arguing more finance will move on chain once Congress passes market structure. On chain, we need this, right? A December markup would be a concrete step forward, but Pasha still faces committee processes, potential agricultural committee involvement, and broader Senate dynamics. Even with progress, final enhancement could slide to 2026. Womp, womp, womp.
She could just be saying that shit. I don't trust her. I don't trust her saying it being in December, and I don't trust her saying it's going to be in January 2026. I don't trust Loomis, but y'all know that.
Yeah. You've been consistent with that.
And that lady say she one of them. She one of them people you got to watch. She one of them people that you go do business with her, but you got to watch her. So she really ain't a good person to do business with.
That's 100. That's 100.
100%.
But yeah, that was the main gist of that. They said they're working tirelessly. What
was that timeline again? What you said about through Christmas?
So basically, so she wants to circulate a fresh draft by the end of this week and get industry and bipartisan feedback. Then the markup, before the holiday recess. So basically, I'm guessing before the 19th, 20th, because the 20th is a Saturday, 21st is Sunday, 22nd is Monday. That's a couple of days before Christmas. So they probably done checked out by the 19th.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking is they probably gonna check out by the 19th, 22nd, the latest.
Yeah. So we'll see. Yeah, they ain't gonna, because they're gonna use the holidays is gonna be their excuse to push this into 2026. And that was all this was about, stalling out. And it's crazy to say this, but we probably real life had that government shutdown. One of the biggest reasons was because of this bill, for them to have an excuse, because they wouldn't have had no excuse to take this long to pass it if that government shutdown didn't happen. These people are, y'all know they got to do stuff on a certain full moon on a certain day at a certain time. That's what happens when you do demonic rituals. So that's what's going on here. These people want to do stuff on a certain date. They have an agenda and they sticking to it. So yeah, okay. So let me get to this other article. Let me go to Tim Scott's clip real quick.
But and just to clarify, it's unclear whether Republicans' timeline will pan out, because even if the senators proceed with the markup, other obstacles may be in the way. So don't hold your breath.
Oh no, we never was. That's why I said we'll see. We'll see, because I definitely don't believe nothing that comes out her mouth. But right here, so I kind of fast forwarded. I didn't want to play the whole clip. It's like 3 minutes. Because the first minute of it is him doing what everybody got to do. And that's, just they got to milk Trump. I hate that shit. You got these people. They got to show so much respect for him. It's just yeah. So anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna play this clip from Tim Scott talking about the Fed. And how the new Fed chair, basically they want them in compliance with Trump, basically do whatever Trump says. And then he talks about market structure as well. So I'm gonna play this clip real quick.
Bottom line is simply this: we need a Fed chair who puts the American people's priorities above politics. We saw with Jay Powell that with the Biden administration in office, he had one approach to running the Fed, and when Trump came into the office, he had a different approach. We want someone who's agnostic to who's in the White House, someone who focuses on the American people's priorities, and that means lowering interest rates, making affordability a priority, and stabilizing the prices. So significant that we have a Fed chair that gets the job done. We've made significant progress on market structure, getting it done. What we're waiting on are the rest of the Democrats to show up at the table so that we can have a bipartisan vote on market structure. Right now, sometimes it feels like some of my Democrat friends are trying to put coal in the stockings of the American people as it relates to crypto. What we're not going to do is allow that to happen. We think everybody's been nice, not naughty. So we're going to get this thing done, hopefully before the end of the year.
All right. So that was Tim Scott saying hopefully before the end of the year. See, Cynthia got one timeline. He got another one. See what I'm saying? It's kind of weird. So we'll see. We'll see what these people end up doing. And then, like, so shout out to who said in the comments to bring that back up. I forgot about that. Because we got a potential another government shutdown January, but I don't think it's gonna happen because they gotta, like I said, this market gotta be immaculate going into mid-March, so they don't really have time for another shutdown. But I could be wrong. We'll see. Can't put shit past this administration.
You can't.
No, not at all. Not at all. So I had another article just to kind of finish up on the regulations. Hold on, let me find it real quick. Here it is. So this was the Democratic Senator, Senator Gillibrand. I guess I'm saying that right. Gilly, whatever. So they said that nothing is holding up this bill. And Senate barrels forward to advance major crypto bill. So it's a big move. So the Senate is saying that nothing is holding up this crypto bill. So this is Kirsten Gillibrand. She's a Democrat out of New York. She's one of the lead senators on crypto legislation. And she just said that the Senate's long-awaited crypto market structure bill is finally gaining momentum. According to recent remarks, bipartisan negotiations are accelerating, and the bill may be released for markup soon. So if passed, this bill could clarify regulatory jurisdiction, who regulates what, and the SEC versus the CFTC provide legal certainty for digital assets, defining securities, commodities, and what's this ancillary assets. So, and also clear a path for institutions, banks, and companies to operate in crypto with regulatory legitimacy. So this isn't just another hearing; it's potentially the market structure reboot. So combined with stablecoin laws, institutional adoption, and crypto infrastructure building, this could mark the opening of the next phase of crypto integration into mainstream finance. So stay tuned. This could change everything for 2026. So we'll see. So yeah, it's looking like, see, some of them is like, yeah, we're gonna try and get this done before the year is over. Then you got some saying early 2026. So we'll see. Regardless, they gotta get this shit done. Regardless. Mm-hmm. But whenever this bill does pass, gang gets on, and with the OCC basically tipping their hat, it's on. I think that's what we was waiting for. The OCC had to come out and they had to clear some rules up as well. So yeah, we literally just waiting on market structure now. Like nothing's finna hold back this super cycle that's incoming with crypto. Nothing. Excuse me.
Nope. It's coming.
No, it's definitely coming. So
nah,
yeah.
This is, and I believe that nothing is holding it back. They just being theatrical as always. So But this is what they got to do. It's what they got to do. They got to keep us in suspense for some reason.
For sure. So I want to go over to the OCC news. So for those that was here this morning, we had the OCC confirms bank authority to engage in riskless principal crypto asset transactions. So we talked about this morning. What I missed was last night. This actually came out before what we talked about this morning. And so we should have knew the OCC was getting ready to announce something, because the OCC boss says that no justification to judge banks and crypto differently. So he's basically saying there's no justification. Y'all should not be judging banks and crypto in a different light. So yeah, we'll talk about this article real quick. So the OCC says there is no justification to treat crypto firms differently. Banks should be allowed to charter and operate crypto services. And this is Jonathan Gao. So this is the comptroller of the OCC. Stated at a blockchain conference that crypto companies seeking a federal banking charter should be treated the same as traditional financial institutions. He emphasized that custody and safekeeping have been done electronically for decades and questioned why digital assets merit special treatment. So this is important because it signals that U.S. banking regulation is shifting toward accepting crypto as part of mainstream banking, and not as a fringe or alternative finance path. And then crypto native firms now have a plausible path to full federal charters under which they can provide custody, trust, stablecoin, and other crypto services with regulatory oversight. So this lowers the institutional risk barrier for crypto, which could open a door for major capital inflows, institutional adoption, and integration between legacy banking and crypto infrastructure. So what to watch for now is whether banks in both legacy and crypto native actually apply for charters under this new openness. They are, because then we get ready to talk about Ripple in a second. So according to OCC, there have already been 14 such applications this year. So what range of crypto services banks offer under the charters are custody, stablecoins, tokenized asset services, on-chain payments, etc. So y'all do realize for this tokenization agenda that they have to go crazy, this is why all this has to happen. Okay, that's why all this shit has to go, because they need tokenization. And the only way they can do that is if they merge with crypto. So yeah, tokenized asset services, on-chain payments, etc. So that will show how deeply crypto becomes embedded in traditional finance. So regulatory and compliance guardrails. So banks must manage risk compliance and transparency with crypto activities, just as with traditional assets. So the infrastructure for that is evolving. So that is what the OCC boss said before the news dropped about about what we talked about earlier today. So I thought that was pretty interesting and wanted to share that with you all. So these people are bullish. They are ready for this merge to occur with crypto and traditional finance. The merge is that they basically said yes, go merge, do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, do it.
It's overdue. So it's here now. So I want to get into this. So shout out to Bank XRP over there on X. Breaking this down for the people the way he did in his tweet. So he just talks about how it's important news, and this was a historic decision from the OCC, paving the way for Ripple adoption in the U.S. banking system. So the OCC, which is the highest federal regulator in the U.S. banking system. So for those that didn't know that, yes, the OCC is the highest federal regulator in the U.S. banking system under the Department of Treasury. And they issued a new guidance that allows national banks to use digital assets and digital currencies in their operations. This includes settlement, custody payments, and execution of network fees using the digital asset itself. So why does this matter, and how does it relate to Ripple? So Ripple is positioned to benefit more than any other company for several key reasons. Ripple has applied for a national bank charter, which is issued only by the OCC. If approved, Ripple will operate under the direct supervision of the OCC, the top banking authority in the United States. The new guidance makes it fully permissible for national banks to use XRP and RLUSD for settlement and payment activities. So it creates a path for Ripple payments, RLUSD, and the XRPL to integrate into official U.S. banking infrastructure. So what the decision now enables for national banks. So the use of digital assets such as XRP for payments and settlement, execution of network fees using a digital asset directly enabling on-chain settlement, institutional grade custody of digital assets with a clear regulatory framework and direct connectivity between traditional banks and modern financial systems built on DLT, including the XRP ledger. So the bottom line is the decision applies only to national banks, yet it represents a foundational step to Ripple's former entry into the U.S. banking system through its expected charter. It establishes the clearest regulatory basis to date for national banks to integrate XRP and RLUSD into their operations. So for the first time, XRP and RLUSD now have explicit permission to be used inside regulated national banks with this level of clarity. It's done. Signed, sealed, delivered.
I'm yours.
It's done.
I mean, damn, man. What an explanation. Shout out to who put that?
This was Bank XRP. Shout out to Bank XRP.
Bank XRP. See, you know what I'm saying? Listen. All we doing is showing you what's out here, the information that's out here, breaking it down for you very simply. Damn, thank you for finding that.
Yeah, just to kind of bring that in.
Yeah, that was like a deeper explanation of what he was going over this morning with everything.
Don't forget about the Fed master account with the Federal Reserve that Ripple also applied for. So y'all should see the play here, gang. Y'all should see the play. That's why I don't know how anybody in their right mind could still take the time out of their day and create content or live stream and speak negatively on an asset like this. I really don't get it. I really don't. But to each his own. Y'all gotta keep that negative energy to yourself, because I don't know why on earth you could hate an asset that's that could potentially make you money. It's really a for sure thing. It's like really like 99.99999%. But but yeah, some of y'all gonna miss the train just because you got some hate in your blood. My sister used to tell me that when I was younger, when I used to be a kid. You got some hateration in your blood. Some of y'all, y'all got some hateration in your blood. Some of y'all just born haters, gang. Shit is crazy. But yeah, not financial advice. Never financial advice. Thank you, Preston. Never financial advice. Do your own research. Because a lot of people in this space are misinformed. They are very, very, very misinformed. They think they're informed, but they're not. They think because they've been trading, they've been in stocks, they've been in Forex, that they can just come to crypto and know what they're talking about. That's part of the problem as well. But yeah, just a lot of misinformation, some misunderstandings. So don't get caught up in the FUD. Make sure you know for yourself, because there's people up here that sound very, very intelligent, sound very smart, and very, very, very misinformed. Very misinformed. And don't get me wrong, some smart people in this space that do know some shit, but some of them be very misinformed when it comes to XRP. So be careful. But yeah, so we got some more articles to go over. Let me pull up some stuff right now. I know you had something else.
Oh, yeah.
Did you send this Real Finance secures $29 billion? Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Here we go. So Real Finance secures $29 million to build institutional rails for tokenized assets. Here it tokenization, y'all. Yeah. How y'all think they're gonna get that done? They gotta link with the banks.
So Real Finance raises $29 million to build institutional rails for tokenized RWAs, real world assets. Whenever you hear RWA, that means a real world asset. So Real Finance, which is an RWA tokenization network, raised $29 million in private funding, and Nimbus Capital led with $25 million commitment, and then Mangus Capital and FreeCause Group also participated. Right. What they'll do with it is build out compliance and operational infrastructure for full stack RWA platform aimed at institution. So the near term goal is to tokenize $500 million worth of RWAs. So that's about 2% of today's tokenized asset markets, right? Just 2%. So that's just a drop in the bucket. So that's their near term goal. Imagine what they want to do in the next several years, right? By the end of 2026 and going into 2027, 2028, right? Why this matters is because what we was just talking about earlier with tokenized assets, they're gaining traction beyond just treasuries. You're talking about private credit. We're talking about alternative funds. We're talking about all these early moves into public equities and all these other categories and subcategories. Tokenized money market funds are growing fast, roughly 10x since 2023, per the Bank of International Settlements. So the Bank of International Settlements is the bank above all central banks all over the globe. And they said tokenized money market funds are exponentially growing at a 10x rate in the past couple of years, just the past 2 years. So the big names include Goldman Sachs, BNY Mellon, and others. So in this big picture of everything, the industry leaders expect 2025, 2026 to be breakout years for RWAs, with user growth potentially 10x to 25x year over year, fam. What? Clear U.S. regulatory expectations could further accelerate institutional entry, per Binance research. So the biggest takeaway here, fam, is the raise is another data point, right? That institutions want compliant. They want this shit to be scalable, right? Because they want these shit to be scalable tools to bring traditional assets on chain, right? Starting with debt, funds, and then expend. Yeah, because we live in a debt-based society, right, fam?
Yeah. So they're bringing it on chain, which is how you're going to get rid of the 30, however much it is now, 40 trillion. I don't know what the hell we at.
Yes. Then expand into a more exotic RWAs over time. So they're going to get a little bit more sophisticated. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see bread tokenized. You're gonna see wheat tokenized. You're gonna see beef tokenized. You're gonna see everything that you could trade in any market become tokenized. You know what I'm saying? Anything that you could buy, you're gonna see, you know, other things too.
Shout out.
I'm gonna keep it PG though.
Hey, gang, this shit is happening, gang. Real finance. All right. Okay.
Oh, good.
Man,
yeah. And then you see the breakdown, right? You see the breakdown.
Yeah, so it's a breakdown.
And all that's gonna be all of that commodities, US Treasury debt, private credit, institutional alternative funds, public equity, non-government debt, private equity. Look how much the US Treasury debt is. 8.8 billion.
8.8 billion. Damn. It's happening, y'all. It's happening. Make sure y'all hit the like button over there on YouTube as y'all coming in. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit that like button for us. Appreciate you, Jay, for putting that in the comments. Because we definitely deserve to push. So yeah, please help us on the algorithm, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. But yeah, dog, this is real, y'all. It's happening, gang. Damn, it's crazy because we early, so we're just watching it unfold.
Yeah, we're watching it unfold.
Yep. Like I know some of y'all feel like, oh, I don't got enough. I need more. Man, look, it's people that ain't about to have nothing. So please remember that before you down on yourself or discouraged. Like remember that it's gonna be people out here.
Nah, you
no real world assets, not one token. You know what I'm saying? Not one.
Because they didn't want to understand it, fam.
Yeah.
They didn't want to understand it.
I don't care if you got one. I don't care if you got 25 or 2,500, 25,000. Be grateful that you here. I'm telling you, be grateful that you here. However many that you're going to accumulate by the time the super cycle begins is always what you were going to have. Okay? That was just in your soul contract. You probably was in there. You're only going to have this amount of XRP, XLM. You're going to come out with this type of wealth. You'll die with this much money. And that's what you're going to leave behind for your kids and your family. That was just what was written for you, gang. So just, you know what I'm saying? Just let's be glad we're here. Let's be glad we were chosen, because I'm telling you, so many people going to be wishing they held some of these assets, gang. People about the same way people be out here trying to get a Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? That's how people are about to be for XRP and XLM and XDC and Solana and so on and so forth. People going to be out here scrambling just to get one of them bad boys. And you sitting over here on hundreds. I don't care if you in the 20s, the 50s, the hundreds, the thousands, and some of us sitting on millions on certain assets, gang. Please be grateful. Please. Boy, please trust the process. You'll see next year. Y'all see next year when everybody else like, dang, what if I pay you double? You know what I'm saying? Like people gonna be they're gonna be hitting you up for some. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Nah, it's gonna be crazy.
gonna be mad insane, gang. So yeah, we in here though. We in here. So I want to talk about Solana real quick. Solana in 2025. So it's the ecosystem maturity, institutional momentum, and the path to global scale. So yeah, let's talk about Solana real quick because I know we about to see a lot of Solana. Y'all might as well get used to it. You're gonna see a lot of Solana in the headlines because they're gonna want people fixated. They're gonna let people who got in Solana and bought that dip and they're still holding like thousands and thousands or so. They're gonna let I think what they're gonna do, what the media gonna do, they're gonna let them people get rich as fuck at some point early next year. That's what I foresee happening. They're gonna let Solana run. And that way everybody will be talking about Solana. That's what I think could potentially happen. You know what I'm saying? Not saying XRP and none of them gonna move, but I think they're gonna let Solana like go crazy so that everybody's looking that way. And everybody trying to grab some Solana. I can see it now.
Everybody trying to grab some soul.
Yeah, people gonna be trying to grab some Solana. So what's new? So Solana 2025. So where things stand and why it matters. So Solana remains one of the fastest, most scalable public blockchains. So Solana uses a hybrid consensus design, proof of history plus proof of stake, enabling transaction throughput around 65,000 transactions per second. So orders of magnitude above legacy coins. So transaction fees remain extremely low, often a fraction of a cent, making microtransactions, high volume DeFi, NFTs, or gaming use cases viable at scale. So the ecosystem is active and growing. So dApps, DeFi, NFTs, and more. So Solana supports smart contracts and a broad array of decentralized applications, including DeFi platforms, NFT markets, Web3 games, and blockchain native payment or tokenization projects. As of 2025, network health appears strong. Validator uptime is consistent. Transaction and validator metrics shows stability and scaling improvements despite past stress tests. Continued upgrades and institutional interest may further enhance Solana's positioning. So Solana's roadmap envisions further scaling, increasing block space, improving throughout the throughput and efficiency, and refining consensus or validator performance. So given its technical strengths, which is speed and low fees, and growing tooling, Solana remains a candidate for applications requiring high throughput, payments, trading, DeFi, gaming, tokenization, possibly making it one of the more production-ready blockchains for scale adoption. So what this means, so blockchain as real infrastructure and not just crypto hype. Solana is part of diversified infrastructure layer strategy. So in a world where digital asset infrastructure, regulated finance, stablecoins, tokenization, and institutional capital converge, Solana may play the role of a high-performance Rails layer. And then you have potential for large-scale adoption if fundamentals, performance, fees, and reliability hold. So as more projects, institutions, or corporates require scalable blockchain rails for DeFi, payments, tokenized assets, Solana could attract real capital flows, not just crypto bros. So that could reshape how global liquidity, capital flows, and on-chain asset management evolve over time. So Solana remains one of the most promising infrastructure layer blockchains. So if the network maintains performance, governance, and developer momentum, and if macro conditions, which is institutional crypto integration, tokenization, stablecoin adoption, continue to trend upward, which we can tell it is, Solana could become a core backbone for the next generation financial infrastructure. Solana, y'all. Solana, yeah, I think Solana gonna have a good 2026. What's the price? What's the price? I don't know. Look at me. What's the price right now? I have to go grab me a couple.
Solana is.
Oh, I see it. It's 138.
Yeah, it's like something.
That's still within reach, even if you can only get one. That's still within reach. You get one or two. But for those that's on a lower budget. But think about it. Yeah, if you got, a couple thousand, you can grab a couple Sol, because if Sol getting ready to run, so if Sol getting ready to do some Ethereum shit and you grab a couple of them,
might be worth it, right?
It might be worth it. Might be worth it to drop a couple grand. Might be worth it. Damn. Not financial advice. Not financial advice. Do your homework. I'll be forgetting. I don't know shit.
Yeah. You don't know. They're supposed to been press the button on all this shit, fam. I feel like they delayed this shit because they know we watch it and they just want to catch us at the most inopportune time, and they wanted people to just be down bad this entire year, fam.
I wish I had a time machine because they got one. I think they've been playing with. Let me shut up. I forgot my live.
Yeah, you forgot.
I was on the phone.
You got chill. You got chill.
Been on the phone with this nigga too much. Be forgetting I'm talking to y'all too. Which I don't mind y'all, but you know what I'm saying.
Solana was 250 last summer. Solana was 250 last summer.
Yeah, it was 250, so it's 138. So how fast will it go back to that 250? This may be an opportunity. I don't know. Might be opportunity there. But yeah, y'all, Solana, that's Solana. Did you have another article, D?
I did. Oh, the Zcash joint.
Yeah, let's talk about Zcash real quick. These people are crazy. They some hypocrites. So here we go. So Zcash is discreetly sitting in U.S. government wallets. Y'all heard that right? Discreetly sitting.
What I say? That's where they hide the money.
You did. You said that's where they hide their money. You did. So Zcash is discreetly sitting in U.S. government wallets, creating a bizarre conflict for the regulators attacking privacy. Now, before you get into the article, I guess tell people what Zcash is or Zcash's use case.
So Zcash is like it's like a privacy coin. So it's like that's the use case. It's just like nigga, just a place where to hide bread, yo. Hide bread. It's just like
it's called zero knowledge proof.
Yeah. And so, it's like what'd you say?
No, I was just gonna say it just allows transactions to be verified without revealing who the sender, the receiver, and the amount is. It lets them operate privately like they want to, because they don't want us seeing all the money laundering, all the bullshit.
Yeah, they don't want you seeing.
They still want privacy.
Yeah, they want privacy. That's I guess the best way they can get it. You know, Monero was another privacy coin that had ran up last bull cycle or whatever like that, but now Zcash is that one right now. And I said this weeks ago when Zcash was, or months ago. Listen, the days be blending in. I don't know if it was weeks or months ago. Whenever Zcash was running up, I was like, yo, this where they hiding the freaking money from. And look what's happening. So the U.S. government is holding Zcash. And basically what happened was Arkham Intelligence claims that the U.S. government controls wallets holding roughly $1.5 million of Zcash, traced back to 2017 Alpha Bay seizure activity. Because all you know, the U.S. government, that's all they do. They just take people's crypto and just hold it. You know what I'm saying? They just seize crypto. That's all they do, right? That's how they accumulated most of their Bitcoin. So government hasn't commented. Why would they comment? And the Zec stash is tiny versus the federal holdings of almost 30 billion in Bitcoin, like I just said, and another $187 million in Ethereum from past seizures. So they got $30 billion worth of Bitcoin and $187 million worth of Ethereum from past seizures. That's all they do, fam. That's all they do. This matters because Zcash is a privacy coin with shielded transactions, which regulators often scrutinize for illicit finance risk. Here the government is holding it. The U.S. is holding Zcash while proven privacy tech creates policy tension. So holding an asset designed to hide data while pushing for transparency. So December 15th, which is about a week from now, the SEC Privacy Roundtable featuring Zcash founder Zuko Wilcox and I swear these motherfuckers got some made up names. And Aleo's Alex Pruden and Spruce ID's Wayne Chang. The SEC Commissioner Hester Pierce says that the goal is to better understand modern privacy tools and refine oversight without trampling civil liberties. So, and then they give, the whole debate about, traceability and everything like that. So just for context, Zcash has rallied in recent months. We're talking about
that shit is expensive.
1,000%.
I'm like Ace in the chat. He said his friend told him about it. He wish he would have got in. I wish I'd have knew. I didn't even know about it. Not in 2017. Man, Zcash is $431.
I mean, motherfuckers didn't even know about Bitcoin. Barely knew about Bitcoin in 2017.
I was walking across the stage that May, so I was fresh out of college.
Yeah, 2017. I wasn't thinking nowhere near about Bitcoin or whatever.
I was stuck in the matrix. I was stuck in the indoctrination box. I was
trying to get out.
What am I trying to do? What am I going to do with my life? What am I doing?
I feel like a lot of people had their awakening,
when they was supposed to. Everybody had their awakening.
Yeah, like 2015. I heard a lot of conversations I had like 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018 type shit. Like before the pandemic even happened, right? Before the pandemic. But bottom line here is expect intensified debate on how to regulate privacy preserving crypto. So the SEC's roundtable could influence whether rules target front-end services, developers, or usage patterns, especially around shielded transactions. So I guess we want to watch what happens on December 15th. That's another date to put in your back pocket. So we'll see what happens.
Somebody said, don't sleep on XDC. We're one of the few channels. We're one of the few channels that even talk about XDC.
Yeah, we just talked about it.
Lotus Vibes, you knew? You knew? Yeah, we've been on that. We've been on that. Refer back to episode 5. When was that episode? Episode 5 with T and Kurt, and T goes in about XDC.
What was that? That was fall. That was like September, October of 2023.
Yeah, I'm trying to see
right
now.
Over 2 years ago. It was over 2 years ago.
It was a while. So like episode 5. Here you go. Let's see. Episode 5 with T and Kurt. Here it is. Hold on.
August. Maybe it was August.
Here it is. It was 2 years ago to date. Let me click the video and see. So 2 years ago to date. It just say 2 years ago. It don't got the date on there. August 1st, 2023. There we go.
Yeah. I know
August 1st, 2023. If you go towards the end, T goes in about XDC, guys.
Yeah.
Goes in. So, but we one of the few channels that talk about XDC. So, but you hip now.
Damn.
Yeah, I had to pull the receipts out and stop playing with us. Yeah, don't play with our top like that. Had to pull them receipts out real quick, but
not even the same person you was then. Now.
Yeah, niggas. Crazy.
Just thinking about that shit.
The growth is insane, but that's a good thing. You could go back and look, and we see the growth. We see a lot from when we started to where we are right now. So
yeah,
what'd you say?
Shout out to super chat over here. Long name line the code keeper 3431. Queen and D, what you think about Bit and Sword, TAO? People talking about this one. I've heard of I've heard of that. I didn't get into it personally. Is it worth the buy? I'm not sure. I haven't done my research on Bit and Sword, TAO, that protocol. I think it's a protocol, right? But I'm not sure.
Yeah. Quincy is the expert on XDC. Yeah, Quincy definitely is. Yeah, we done brought up Quincy Jones before as well. Definitely direct the people to Quincy Jones and his YouTubes and his whiteboards.
Quincy all about Quincy. Huh? He a whole nother speed though. Yeah,
he's a fast talker. So if you could keep up with what he's saying, you good. For me, he one of them ones. Few people on YouTube. I gotta slow him down.
Yeah. Definitely.
I gotta slow him down because his brain moves so fast because he's so smart. So but we hit the Quincy Jones. I got another article. This is my last one. It's on Stripe. It's talking about Stripe.
Shout out to Oliver. Thank you. The super chat. Shout out to Oliver.
Appreciate you, Oliver, for that super chat, man. So we got Stripe and Paradigm open Tempo blockchain to public as stablecoin demand accelerates. So Stripe is getting real cozy. Didn't we get an email from them? What did they say? They said we can get instant payout.
Yep.
Stripe working. So since we actually use Stripe, we can actually tell y'all like Stripe moves very fast. If you have a business, I highly recommend you use Stripe. Seriously, they got a lot of benefits, a lot of perks. All the news that we be going over regarding Stripe is not capped. We can see it in the just from all the updates and just being you're just using their platform. They definitely have been doing some upgrades over there. So let me stop because they ain't paying us a motherfucking dime. Anything we paying them. Anyway, Stripe. So yeah, let's talk about it real quick. So we got this article right here. So Tempo blockchain launches public testnet. So this is a big signal for real-world stablecoin payments. So Stripe and Paradigm's new blockchain Tempo just opened this public testnet. So the network is built specifically for stablecoin payments, global remittances, microtransactions, and enterprise-scale money flows. So Tempo is designed as a payments-first stablecoin native layer one, predictable low fees, EVM compatibility, sub-second finality, and ability to pay gas or fees in stablecoins like USDT or USDC. So major firms and financial institutions, including banks, fintechs, and e-commerce platforms, are already testing the chain. Everything from global payouts and payroll to remittances, embedded finance, and micro payments. So Tempo shifts the crypto narrative away from speculative trading into a real-world money infrastructure. So this is exactly the kind of plumbing global payments, corporate treasury, and cross-border capital flows have been waiting for.
Okay.
If adoption scales, we could be witnessing the opening of a new chapter. So stablecoins plus regulated enterprise rails plus blockchain rails equal next-gen payment and capital flow infrastructure. So shout out to Stripe and Paradigm on this new blockchain. It's called Tempo. Do your homework on Tempo.
Shout out to Stripe. Nah. This is big, fam. This is big. This is payments. So you're gonna hear more and more of these companies. So whatever companies we mentioned, go look them up. They might be somewhere. They have a coin related to them, or we can't look at every single thing, but they might have a stock or something. So it's all infrastructure. There's gonna be a lot of winners. It's gonna be a lot of winners across the board. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit is gonna go away, but it's gonna be a lot of winners at the same time.
Yeah, make sure you position yourself. So I got this clip from CZ I want to play. It's CZ, I think this is a crypto.com event where he's talking about how we might be seeing a super cycle. So I want to play this clip from CZ.
Okay. CZ. My man, fresh out. Can't hear it. Might have to do the.
Don't quote me on this, but I think that force will be quite strong. So that force may be strong enough to offset the 4-year cycle. Who knows?
Yeah. So you're saying next year bull market?
We may be seeing a super cycle. Wow. So we'll see. Yeah. I'm not sure. Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. Don't quote me on that.
He know.
We'll see. I'm not sure. Yeah, nigga, shut up.
No, man. I don't know what's up.
You know what's going on, nigga. You come on now, because Binance got to be prepared. So stop it. So the cat is out the motherfucking bag, but we already knew. I ain't need CZ to tell me shit. Honestly, I already knew.
Don't listen to CZ. CZ he probably like one of the biggest Bitcoin holders probably ever on the low. That's why I was able to do that with them.
For sure.
So don't listen to CZ. CZ working with the president, but he don't want to say he working with the president. So whatever. He know what he was saying. He just couldn't talk too much. Couldn't say too much.
Yeah, that's why he said. But I don't know. I think he honestly might have slipped up and said, I don't think he was supposed to say nothing about no super cycle. He might have slipped up. So but yeah, y'all, that's pretty much the updates that we had for this evening. So yeah, make sure y'all tap into the information we just put out today. Take heed to it, share the live out. Listen, I'm telling y'all, this is the month to be making that decision. If you've been putting it off, yeah, you at the end of your put off era. You better go ahead and make a decision. Like I said, y'all, you're gonna be mad in a couple months, couple weeks, you're gonna be mad. Get it together. But yeah, y'all, that's all we had. So yeah, as always, make sure y'all get into this metaverse class on this Play for Profit. Learn about how to earn while you're gaming. Learn about the metaverse. It's just being a pioneer in that space. So make sure y'all hit up that class on December 13th and 14th. Link is in the bio, as well as in the description over here on YouTube. Just click in the link tree as well. And then also for those that have old 401ks, or if you're 59 and a half, you might want to shop around. So tap on that questionnaire and see what other options you have with your 401k. Don't have your 401k caught up in this transition, in these potential market crashes or whatever the hell is getting ready to go down. Make sure you protect your retirement. So make sure y'all have a questionnaire for that as well.
Absolutely, protect your retirement.
For sure. And so yeah, that's all we pretty much have for today. Appreciate y'all tapping in with us. So yeah, we'll see y'all tomorrow.